The White House office is the name given to the president's helpers. It was created because of the Reorganization Act No. 1 of 1939. President Eisenhower was the first to appoint a chief of staff. That's me. Many other, but not all the presidents followed suit. The White House office prepares the president's speeches, public appearances, and handles his appointments and his schedule. There are many separate offices of the White House office, which includes the White House office chief of staff, that's me, communications director, press secretary, director of speech writing, that's me, and office of political affairs. Yay! The Office of Political Affairs handles the president's political career and helps him make decisions to help him get reelected. Yay! They are out for their own party's benefit in Congress and the executive branch. They help the president make decisions that will further his career. The office handles situations like the healthcare reform. They advise Obama, that's me, on what would be best for his campaign and what would be best for the party they are promoting. Yay!
The purpose of the speechwriter is to write speeches for me. Yes. They may completely draft and revise the speech, or they might just aid the president with his writing process.
Yay!
He is one of the highest earners in the executive office. He must be strong in political knowledge and must agree with me, the president. Yup. They have to work directly with me, the president, and before they are speechwriters, they are usually journalists or other writer types. Yeah. Hey, I'm Rahm Emanuel, and I am the Chief of Staff. I'm the highest ranking member of the Executive Office of the President. I am considered to be the second highest ranking official in Washington. I supervise and select the White House staff. I also control who goes in and who goes out of the Oval Office. I put the executive branch's ideas into place.
1.
The Office of Communication develops and promotes the President's campaign, works on his speeches for the State of the Union and the inaugural address. This person also uses the internet, Twitter and Facebook, to get the supporters and spread the President's campaign. He also uses make sure that the message is given clearly. The press secretary collects information about events and actions in the President's administration and around the world, and interacts with the media. The press secretary also deals with press conferences too. Also, the press secretary is the spokesman for the president.
Yay. The White House office is comprised from people outside the organization and people to help the president. There are many people that make up this office. Each of them do different things, but they work together to help the executive branch succeed.
Some current issues that the office is facing are Karl Rove, who was Bush's head of office of political affairs, and he was named one of the top 7 more influential conservatives in America. He was Bush's chief advisor and led Bush to a re-election victory.
There has been discussion about Obama's promise to not govern with a strong lean towards politics. He promised not to be a presidential politician, but merely a leader. To prove this, he decided to reform the OPA and got much criticism for it. Apparently, people like the way it is now because it was never changed.
Of the Office of Management and Budget is the OBN is the organization in the executive branch that assists the president with the preparation of federal budget and what limits should be included in the annual budget. They also help set the priority for which organizations need money the most. They also help keep the budget in check during the rest of the year. Yay, budget!
In place of the Bureau of Budget, which was established as part of the Department of the Treasury by the Budget and Accounting Act of 1921. In the 1990s, the OMB was formed to merge the management and budget staff.
Yay!
The OMB is the biggest organization of the executive branch. Obama appointed Peter R. Ozag as the head director of the OMB. The OMB is separated into divisions based on responsibilities. For example, the Budget Review Division observes trends in budget and makes decisions on budgeting. The Legislative Program coordinates the administration's stance on legislation and policy. There are also the statutory offices. They are split into topics and they do things based on their specific topics, such as the Office of Federal and Financial Management develops and provides direction on the implementation of the financial management policies and systems. The Office of Procurement Policy works to improve anything having to do with federal procurement. The Office of Information and Regulatory Affairs oversees regulations and information to improve policies in government statistics and information. The Office of E-Government and Information Technology is responsible for developing and coordinating information technology and e-government policy. The OMB is basically separated into three main branches: OMB-wide support offices, statutory offices, and resource management offices.
Okay. The OBM is currently dealing with the healthcare reform and how much money will be spent on it, and how it will supplement the money for this large project. They are also dealing with the low economy and how the executive office can help turn it around.
Faux show.
Another issue that is being debated for the 2010 budget is the money for the war in Iraq. They are also dealing with issues such as education expenses and how to reduce the carbon footprint.
Carbon footprint.
I hate cars!
Yo, the White House office and the OMB are the coolest offices in Washington, D.C. Yo, yo, holla!
Yeah, yeah, yeah.